So Meta just dropped something huge. It's a new AI called the Segment Anything Model 3, or SAM3 for short. And let me tell you, it's a massive leap forward in how computers see and understand the world around us, not just in still photos, but in video too.
Okay, just imagine this for a second. You're editing a video, right? Instead of the tedious work of tracing an object frame by frame, what if you could just talk to the software? Imagine saying, hey, add a spotlight to the person reading the hardcover book. And bam, it just works. The software gets the nuance perfectly. Well, that's the kind of future SAM3 is starting to make possible. So why is this such a big deal? I mean, really, to get it, we've got to look at one of the biggest hurdles that computer vision has been trying to clear for years. How do you teach an AI to go beyond simple labels and actually understand the world with all its complexity and nuance? The way we do. Well, for the longest time, AI vision models were trained in this really rigid way. Think of it like giving a toddler flashcards. They were given a fixed list of things to recognize: person, car, dog. And if an object wasn't on that very specific, predefined list, as far as the AI was concerned, it just didn't exist.
And this shows you the difference in a nutshell. The old way could find a person, any person. But SAM3, it can understand a concept you describe, like finding the specific person who is reading a hardcover book. It's a game-changing shift from a fixed, limited vocabulary to understanding open-ended, human-like descriptions. Now, the official name for this new superpower is promptable concept segmentation. I know, it's a bit of a mouthful, but segmenting really just means precisely outlining an object. So this is the key that unlocks a whole new level of visual understanding. It means the model can find and isolate pretty much anything based on a concept you give it, not just a label it already has memorized. And what makes this so incredibly powerful is how flexible it is. You're not locked into one way of talking to it. You can describe what you want with words, like striped red umbrella. You can show it another picture as an example, or you can literally just point to or draw a box around the object you want it to find. It's incredibly intuitive. Okay, so this all sounds amazing, right? But it begs a massive question. How in the world do you even start teaching an AI to understand millions of concepts that can be described in basically endless ways? Well, the answer is in a really, really clever training method. And this quote right here, this gets to the very heart of the problem Meta had to solve. See, the kind of super detailed, perfectly labeled data you need for this, it's just not out there. It's incredibly rare, and creating it by hand is unbelievably expensive and takes forever. So Meta's solution was this brilliant hybrid data engine. Here's how it works. First, an AI does all the heavy lifting, making a first pass at labeling and outlining everything. Then, human annotators, working alongside other specialized AIs, come in like expert teachers to check and correct that work. And here's the magic. All those corrections get fed back into the system, creating this powerful feedback loop that makes the model smarter and smarter with every single round. And a result of that engine? I mean, it is just staggering. This system allowed them to create this massive, incredibly diverse training set with over 4 million unique concepts. A scale like that would have been completely impossible, or it would have taken decades with humans working alone. Okay, so a smarter AI is cool, but what does it actually do for us? Why does this really matter? Well, let's take a look at the real-world impact, which, by the way, is already starting to happen. The performance numbers are where this gets seriously impressive. On a key industry benchmark that measures how well an AI can recognize and pinpoint concepts, SAM3 delivers a 2x performance gain over the existing systems. And look, in the world of AI, that's not just a small step, that is a giant leap. And when you put it head-to-head against the competition, the results speak for themselves. It consistently outperforms both huge general models like Google's Gemini 2.5 Pro and other really strong specialized AIs on these kinds of complex tasks. And this isn't some far-off futuristic tech. It's already being woven into the apps many of us use every single day. Soon on Instagram, you'll be able to apply cool effects to just one person in a moving video with a single tap. On Facebook Marketplace, this is the tech that's going to power the feature, letting you see how a couch might look in your own living room. It's making really complex stuff feel incredibly simple. But honestly, the impact goes so much further than social media. SAM3 is becoming a seriously powerful tool for science. Researchers are using it to build enormous data sets to help conserve wildlife, to explore the mysteries of life deep in the ocean, and even to teach robots how to see the world from a human point of view. But you know what? Maybe the most exciting part of this whole story is that Meta isn't just keeping this amazing technology locked away. No, they're making it available for everyone to explore, to play with, and to build on top of. They've launched this thing called the Segment Anything Playground. It's basically a website where anyone, and they really stress this, anyone, no coding or tech expertise needed, can upload an image or a video and just try it out. You can play around with adding effects or just see how far you can push its limits.
All right, now let's be real for a second. The technology isn't perfect, and being open about its power also means being honest about where it's still got some room to grow.
For instance, it can still struggle with super specific jargon, like scientific or medical terms, or with complex sentences that require some real reasoning. But, and this is key, there are clear paths forward. For those niche terms, it can be fine-tuned on smaller, specialized datasets. And for that complex language, well, you can pair it with powerful large language models, the LLMs that power things like ChatGPT. Meta is actually encouraging the whole community to jump in and help explore these solutions.
So at the end of the day, this is really an open invitation. By releasing the model, the code, and the datasets, Meta is basically asking the entire AI community to join the party to help speed up this research and to push the boundaries of what machine vision can do for all of us.
Which leaves us with this final, kind of mind-bending question. We've gone from teaching an AI to see a car, to teaching it to see the third car from the left with a roof rack. As an AI's vision gets more nuanced, more detailed, more human-like, what will we teach it to see next? The possibilities for creativity, for science, for everything, are really just beginning to unfold.